Hey, it's John Chappelle from Day 2 from the NAMM show. I want to talk about amps for a little bit. You don't expect it much from Yamaha, but they came out with a really smoking lunchbox-sized THR tube amp, and we got a great demo of it by Phil X. So check that out on the website. It's a great player's demo, and I think you'll really like it. They've got 2 versions of it. Speaking of amps, we're at the Marshall booth, so it's only appropriate to talk about Marshall's 50th anniversary and the fact that they came out with 5 separate 1-watt amp head and cabinet model sets. Why 5? 1 for each decade. They've got the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the aughts. And they sound great, and they are not too expensive, and they have 1 watt or a 0.1 watt, so they're perfect recording amps. So check those out. Paul Reed Smith always has new models, but this year they announced the P22 piezo system. So now Paul Reed Smith guitars will be fitted with piezoelectric systems in addition to the magnetic systems. And they came out with the redesigned Custom 24, which is after my own heart, because that was the guitar in the 80s that I always lusted after, couldn't afford. And now they've got a nice, they've revisited in a nice modern configuration. And the last thing I want to say is that we got some great artist interviews today. We got Mark Cruz, who is the 2011 Guitar Player Magazine Champions, Superstar Champion winner of the contest, and he plays a 2-handed tapping style on a double neck ovation. He's just phenomenal. Got a lot of good stuff with Mark, had a nice talk, and then we interviewed Andy Timmons. He gave us some great insight into the Sgt. Pepper album he recorded, and the always great Eric Johnson had some great insights about his Dunlop Fuzzface and caught us up with the new musical directions that he'll be taking in 2012. So check it out on HarmonyCentral.com. Thanks.
Hi, it's Phil O'Keefe for Harmony Central. I'm here at Winter NAMM 2012, and I saw a few things today that really impressed me. First of all is the Mackie DL1608 mixer. It's designed to be used with an iPad or multiple iPads. They can be used as a wireless remote or mount within the unit. It has 16 Onyx mic preamps, 6 aux sends. It looks very, very impressive. The second was the Yamaha acoustic control panels. These look like standard acoustic panels. They're only about 3 centimeters thick, but they're highly effective even at very low frequencies. Very, very even broadband absorption. And the third thing was a couple of Fender Jaguars. The first one is the Johnny Marr signature Jaguar, and this one has custom pickups and other appointments that have been specified by Johnny Marr. Really, really an outstanding looking and sounding guitar. The second is Fender's 50th anniversary Jaguar, which is available in Candy Apple Red, Lake Placid Blue, or Burgundy Mist. And it's got the block inlays and the bound neck, and it's just gorgeous. Plays great, sounds great. Really, really a desirable guitar.
Hello Harmony Central, this is Mats Nermark, your very special Swedish correspondent reporting from NAMM 2012. This is today's highlight from Friday. Torpedo cab from French company 2-Note. What if you like your guitar pedals? What if you want to record them? Just push the pedal cab, the torpedo cab at the end of your signal chain, and it has digital simulation of your power amp, of a speaker. You have different things. It works beautifully. Check it out. Second thing, go check out the LSL guitars. Now they even have set necks. Beautiful Les Paul Jr. type guitars and specials. And finally, the Z-Stick. It's a rhythm instrument that is amped. It's beautiful. It's impossible to explain, but just check out the Z-Stick. Do yourself a favor and have fun. So that's it. Cheers.
Greetings, Harmony Central. It's day 2 of NAMM, and I'm Chris Leffler, the pedal head of the group. One of the pedal heads, I should say. I just had 2 things I wanted to bring to everybody's attention while you're looking through the videos and pictures upcoming. One is the Eric Johnson fuzz pedal from Dunlop. If I need to say why, you probably don't care, but it's the Tone King and his fuzz pedal that he approved. Check it out. The second piece was my personal favorite of the day, the Red Witch Synthotron analog synthesizer. It is a true monophonic analog synthesizer that has tremolo, filter, octave up, octave down, 2 octaves down, and it just sounds amazing. The tracking, the way the filter holds itself open, it's worth checking out. Let's go make some noise, guys. See you tomorrow.
Hey, Harmony Central, Craig Anderton here, and this is the show where NAMM got its mojo back. First item, the Aurea from Wave Machine Labs, 48-track recorder for the iPad with a channelister from PSP AudioWare. It basically does everything a DAW did back in 2008. I mean, in terms of power and stuff, it's amazing. I didn't know you could squeeze that much out of an iPad. Digitech iStomp, really interesting idea. It's a stomp box with iOS connector, and you can hook it up to your phone or your iPad or whatever and download a new effect into it. So you want it to be a phase shifter, it's a phase shifter. You want it to be a flanger, it's a flanger. You want it to be whatever Digitech has, it's one of those. Elisa's DM dock, really interesting. Another iPad thing. It's basically a hardware container for the iPad with all the I/O triggers, balanced outs, all that stuff that you would need for a drum head, drum brain. And then, of course, all the hard work is done by the iPad, all the loading and stuff like that. So if you're at a gig and someone says, more cowbell, you can actually download a cowbell via Wi-Fi using your iPad and have more cowbell right then and there. So let's see, what else? Oh, Arturia Mini Brute. You like analog synths? This is like a mean, nasty, cool, fun analog synth. Lots of real-time control, external audio input, arpeggiator, just all kinds of neat stuff. And also Moog had the Minotaur, which is based on the Taurus engine, but it's a bass synthesizer, analog, big fat Moog sound, and I mean big fat Moog sound. And last one, just one last thing here is that this is one heck of a show. There's a lot of innovation going on. There's a lot of excitement. The attendance here has been off the hook. There's been artist signings. There's been famous people prowling the aisles. It's been quite a show. Like I said, this is the one where NAMM got its mojo back. So signing off to edit some videos, which I will be putting up tonight, and you'll be able to see extended long-form versions of this stuff. HarmonyCentral.com. See you tomorrow.